Hi, I'm Ron Hogue, Manager of Technical Training for Zenith Infotech. Thank you for joining me for this tigercloud 200 tigercloud Intermediate training that we have. In this session, we want to talk about the hardware types that are available to you, the servers themselves for the tigercloud solution. We'll look at the features and functions in a little bit more detail than we discussed in the 101 class. We will look at where to go to order the solution, as well as provide you with resources and support for the tigercloud environments. Let's begin by looking at the storage node, or the SCC node. If we talk about a storage node or an SCC node, we're talking about the storage and cloud control node. This is the heart of tigercloud. This is where the operating system is, this is where the management center is. And for these storage nodes, we worked closely with Intel to develop them using an Intel CPU and motherboard and two solid-state drives that are also Intel-based. In addition to that, we include 6 enterprise hard disk drives. Depending on the node that you receive, they may be 2 or 3 terabytes, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and 4 network cards. And the underlying operating system for these storage nodes is a Linux-based storage server. P nodes, or processing nodes, are the nodes where the virtual machines will be running. The storage nodes just contains the storage, but the actual running of the virtual machines will be on these P nodes, or processing nodes. Zenith offers 2 sizes. Both of them are Intel-based. The first is a 4-core 32 gig of RAM CPU node, or P node. The second is a 64 gig of RAM and 8-core CPU node. Both of those have 2 gigabit network cards in order to provide the throughput that's needed for the virtual machines. Now, these are the 2 Zenith offerings for processing nodes. Note that you can use your own hardware. You can leverage your own servers for processing nodes. What do you need for processing node? Well, it has to be Hyper-V based, so you either need to install Hyper-V on a server or enable the Hyper-V role on your 2008 server. It requires those 2 network cards and a small pool of storage for the operating system itself. With this flexibility, you're able to use existing hardware for your processing nodes, which saves you money, and it also provides you with the ability to get even larger P nodes, or processing nodes, that you can use for several virtual machines. tigercloud leverages a distributed architecture, meaning that we have separated 2 primary functions of the solution. The first is storage, as we've already seen. We have the storage itself, the data that's being stored on a storage node, and that node's purpose is to handle all of those snapshots and the management of the data that you would save on your virtual machines. The other area is processing. We have CPU and RAM on machines that are dedicated to running these virtual machines, while the storage for those machines is kept elsewhere. This allows you to scale up in the area where you need more resources. For example, if you're working with a customer that deals a lot with audio and video files, you'll know that that takes up a lot of space when they have these raw, uncompressed video files. In that case, you might want to leverage more storage nodes for that customer. Another customer may require a lot of computing, and in that case, you can buy the larger P nodes. With this distributed architecture, we have a management console, or the Cloud Management Center, that controls the entire environment, including the virtualization. With this CMC, we can provision virtual machines on Hyper-V, create storage for our virtual machines, attach storage to those virtual machines through the iSCSI protocol, and manage the virtual machines by turning them on, off, rebooting them, cloning them, moving, importing, or exporting. We mentioned in the previous video that tigercloud also provides a high-performance SAN. Regarding the high-performance SAN, tigercloud allows other systems to leverage its storage by exposing part of its storage as an iSCSI target. Then any iSCSI client can connect to that iSCSI target. That iSCSI target is also protected by the tigercloud disk safety policy, which is a part of the business continuity piece. As mentioned earlier, we have over 10,000 IOPS available per node, which allows you to see excellent disk performance even when there are several volumes accessing the same storage. With the integrated business continuity piece, all of the volumes that are used in the tigercloud environment, whether for a virtual machine or just pure iSCSI storage, leverage this concept of snapshots and being able to roll back to previous points in time. That management of the business continuity piece is done through that Cloud Management Center, or CMC. As a part of the business continuity piece and disaster recovery piece, there is storage node to storage node replication available. Recall that you can do local replication across your LAN or remote replication across the WAN. And if you don't want to replicate to an additional tigercloud device, you can copy your information to an external hard drive. In a single node, we will have 4 or 6 terabytes of storage space, depending on the model you receive. You can put up to 5 CPU nodes attached to that single storage node. With one storage node, you might have 4 or up to 6 terabytes of storage space available to you, depending on the model that you choose. You can then connect up to 5 CPU nodes, or P nodes, to that one storage node. That storage node has a high disk redundancy, meaning that up to 3 of those hard drives can fail without any data being lost on your system. If you do experience a drive loss, you can shut down the environment and replace that drive. In a 3 storage node environment, we can have up to 18 terabytes worth of space available to us. In that configuration, you can lose up to 7 disks and still not incur any data loss. And just like the one node environment, cold swapping of hard drives is available. To place an order for tigercloud, use Internet Explorer and navigate to https://order.ssocom.net. After you provide your username and password, you can click Order Tigercloud on the left. If you'd like to kick the tires before committing to tigercloud, you can choose an evaluation, which requires a small deposit and will send you tigercloud hardware, or a test drive. This 14-day test drive allows you to log into tigercloud environments that we have pre-configured in our data center. There's no financial commitment to doing a 14-day test drive. The hardware that's currently available are the 4 and 6 terabyte SCC or storage nodes. For the processing nodes, we have the 4-core 32 gigs of RAM model and the 8-core 64 gigs of RAM model. Additionally, you can purchase on-track power controls for granular exchange restore. There are several resources available to you, including the tigercloud wiki, which can be found at tigercloud.zenithcloudsupport.com, the reseller support portal, which is resellers.zenithinfotech.com, the ordering portal, which is https://order.ssocom.net, the knowledge base, which is kb.zenithcloudsupport.com, Zenith Cloud Academy at zenithcloudacademy.com, and for support you can email tigercloudsupport@zenithinfotech.com or go to our ticketing site, tickets.zenithcloudsupport.com. In the next set of videos, we'll take a deeper dive into the technical elements of the tigercloud solution. We'll begin by looking at how to install the environment, how to configure that environment, as well as sizing tigercloud environments depending on the amount of users you have or servers you have, how to create virtual machines within the tigercloud environment, and installing the business continuity agent. For Zenith Infotech, I'm Ron Hogue.